even in victory, you have to understand your why. Because once it's happened, once you've achieved that thing, it's over. And without a strong enough why, do you have what it takes to keep pushing for the next uncertain outcome? Hey, welcome back. Jeff Heggie, Daily Success Strategies. Thanks for being with me today. So last week in one of my social media posts, I talked about the importance of an athlete understanding their why and playing for their own why, not for his or her coach, not for his or her parent, but the importance of playing for their own why and understand what that is, because without playing for your own why, you're not going to reach your full potential. This whole question came about from when we did the Parents in the Mental Game webinar. And if you haven't seen that, go to confidentathlete.com/parents and you can get that webinar for free. But in there, we talked about the importance of playing for your own why. And a lot of times when people come into the Confident Athlete program, one of the first things I talk to them about is, why did you start playing? Why are you playing now? And who are you playing for now? Because a lot of great athletes, especially when they're younger, get to a certain point where their parent, their coach, whoever it is, sees the potential they have, and they start putting so much pressure on them, and all these different things happen, and that converts to the athlete playing more for the parent or the coach than themselves. But they've got to really be playing for their own why, their own purpose, if they're really going to achieve their highest potential. Now, one of the other things, and I had a conversation with an athlete this weekend about this, was there is so much that goes into being the best, to being able to win a championship, to being the victor in whatever it is that you're doing. Is it really worth it? And there's so much that goes into it for those that don't quite make it. Is it worth it for them? Now, in truthfulness, I've been in a lot of athletic endeavors that I've put a lot of work into, and I didn't achieve the highest level that I had desired. Was all that work and effort I put into it worth it? Yes, because the journey was as much a part of it as the victory, and the victories along the way were worth it. But without understanding your true purpose, without understanding your true why, are you going to go through all that? Now, what about when you do achieve it? What about when you do get that win? For the moment, you've got that euphoria. There's so much excitement around it. You've achieved your goal. You've done all these things. But after that, what's next? It's over. There's that period of time of celebration and excitement, and you've always got that. You've always got that victory, that you achieved that. But there's something about winning. You want more. You need more. And is it worth it? Am I willing to do what it takes to defend this title or to reach the next level, whatever it is? Is it worth it? I've heard Tim Grover say, quit and you'll find out. Is it worth it? Yes, I believe it is, if that's what your why supports. Now, you achieve that victory. And I've seen this so many times. I've got great friends that have achieved the peak of what they can achieve, and they haven't been able to repeat it. They've done great, but they haven't got to that point again. So are you willing to achieve that certain level and work even harder for an uncertain outcome? Without knowing your why, without having a true purpose behind what you're doing, it's going to be very difficult. And so that's why in the Confident Athlete program, in the success path, one of the first things we do is talk about figuring out your true why, and doing it in a way that a lot of people think they understand their purpose and their why. We go through a process that takes it a lot deeper. But it doesn't matter if you're an athlete, an entrepreneur, whatever it is. This is an important step. You have to understand what your purpose is, what your why is, so that whether it's getting to that first victory or reaching that victory and having everything you need to continue pushing forward for the next level, you've got to have a true purpose behind it. One of the questions that came up to me last week was, around this whole topic. How do you encourage an athlete who has gone through a major trauma, an injury, something like that? A couple things I'm going to point out there. One, my partner in the Confident Athlete program, Tammy Matheny, is actually writing a book on that subject. I think in some of my podcasts this week, I will talk more about it, but just one of the things, the more you understand your why, the more it'll help you get through these challenges and stuff like that. So first steps first, understand your why. If you don't have a true understanding of your why, if you're an athlete, first things, come join the Confident Athlete program. Go to confidentathleteprogram.com/membership and try that out. And if nothing else, understand your why. But otherwise, if you want more information on it, send me an email, jeff@jeffheggie.com. I'd love to share some details on that. But it's going to be a great week. I'm going to talk more about the injury side of things in later episodes this week. But love to hear your feedback on these things too. Thanks for being with me. I'll be back on Wednesday. Athletes put a lot of time, money, and effort into the physical aspect of their sport, but they often neglect the mental game. And the mental game, it's just as important as the physical. In fact, it's often the differentiating factor between good and great athletes. If you really want to reach your full potential, if you want to be a great athlete, you've got to pay attention to the mental game. Now, come and join us in the Confident Athlete program, where you're going to learn how to develop powerful mindset, extreme self-confidence, and really take your game to the next level. Come and check us out at confidentathleteprogram.com/membership. Og Mandino said that the difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the difference of their habits. Good habits are the keys to success. Many of the habits that will bring you success in life are easy to do, but they're also easy not to do. I developed the Mindset Journal so that I could easily implement powerful success habits into my daily routine. The power of the Mindset Journal comes from knowing your top priorities and scheduling them into your day. The power of the reticular activating system and its relationship to your goals, your mindset questions, and your daily accountability. So if you want to implement some quick and effective success habits into your daily routine, go to jeffheggie.com/mindset journal and get yours today.